Alright, gang, welcome back to our Triple Threat Challenge here on Hutan Pantai. It is now June, and there's nothing for it. I'm gonna have to I'm gonna have to sell the small amount of wheat that is in the trailer here. Our silo cannot hold anymore. The only other way I could go about it is if I dropped it on the ground, but if I dropped it on the ground, then I had to buy some kind of a bucket to pick it up off the ground, which we currently do not have, and that bucket would cost more than probably what it would be if we just went ahead and sold it as is. So we're going to go ahead and sell it. We're going to sell it to the one that's here real close to us. It's like $2 difference from this one versus the one that we normally go to, the boat that we normally go to. So for $2 difference, the wear and tear is such a small amount here, I figure let's just take it to the close one here. Now, today it is the best time to sell our soybeans. We do not have many soybeans. As you recall, the soybeans is just left over from a harvest we did on a contract. But it is still best to sell now, so we probably are going to sell those today. There's not really a whole lot else we can do with them, so we'll sell those and make a few extra bucks out of it. It's not going to be anything crazy, but it is, let's see, 2,133 liters. I mean, so you're going to get about 10 grand, so 10 grand's pretty nice, right? Totally worth it. So that wheat there got us 1,500 and something, which is nice. That basically covered the overnight fees and the loan expenses and all that stuff, right? We do have a pallet of Napa cabbage that has spawned, which is fantastic. Obviously, we're just going to keep storing those until it is time to sell those. We'll put them on the trailer and go sell them. Today, basically, the goals we have today is we have to re-drill some of these fields that we harvested in the last episode. And we'll take a look at the other ones. I'm not sure if our long grain rice field over there is ready to harvest or not. It may be. But I'm not positive by that statement. We do have to do another application of fertilizer down there as well. And I talked about how we were going to combine these fields again. I think we're going to do that now, given the understanding that one of the sections of the field is going to be ready before the other. But that's okay. Actually, while we were here, I should have jumped out of the tractor back here and flooded this field, but let me go do that really quick before I forget about it. So we're going to combine that field down there and this field together. At this point, I think it's fine to do that. We've got enough going on now. All right, that is flooded. Perfect. Let's see. How's this field doing over here? Ready to harvest. Perfect. So our long grain rice field is ready to harvest, which is good. We can keep stacking up the long grain rice. Now, nothing else besides the soybeans today is good to sell. We're going to hold off on the soybeans. We're going to try to get as much money as we can, even if it's only a few extra bucks. It's still going up, so we might as well wait towards the end of the episode before we sell those. The wheat, obviously not till December. That's not going to happen. Sorghum, again, December, January, so no for that. Long grain rice is September. We are getting there. The price right now is actually not too hateful, but it does jump up pretty significantly next month. So if we are going to sell it, I feel like next month is probably the one to go with. If we're going to sell it early, I mean. And canola, November. So again, really not a whole lot for us to sell today. So let me put this here. I actually have some of the icons on, which I normally don't like to do. You guys all know that. So let me turn those back off. I probably had them on for another series and forgot to turn them off before I ended that series, I'm sure. Alright, so we'll just go ahead and unload from the silo into that, so then it's ready to go. Now we also have to move some of those straw bales. I already started doing it a little bit, as you can see, but I didn't get all of them in there yet, so we're going to do that today as well. We need to find the plow, which is back here. The complete opposite area where I'm going, and of course I'm going to go backwards, which is the slowest possible way to get there. No, that's okay. I also moved the pallets of lime over here. As you can see, they were kind of in the way with the greenhouse we put down. So I got those out of the way, right? I picked them up with the forks and just kind of moved them over here out of the way. Since that area has kind of a bit of a visible wall and we're not able to put our cultivator there anymore, I moved the cultivator over to here and decided just to put the lime bags over there. So hopefully that works out in our favor. Now, we're probably going to maybe, well, I say probably, we might also mow this grass today. We'll have to see how things go. The big problem we're going to have with this, I think, is the worker, right? If I put the worker on doing this drilling here, there's a chance that they're going to drill over top of this field right here. Looks like we also need to do some herbicide spraying in this field. We may kill a little bit of this field, and that's okay. I'm not too concerned about killing a little bit of it. Not that big of a deal to me. How's everybody doing today? Hopefully you're all doing well. Things are good. Things are good here. Making a lot of good progress on this series. We still have a long way to go. We were planning to save a bunch of money. We ended up spending a lot of that money in the last episode, but I think it was worth it for what we got. We're going to make more money in the long run. And there's not like there's a specific time limit or anything on this one. It's not like we're in a rush, right? Hopefully here soon we will have enough, though, once we sell all of the crop that we have in the silo. Hopefully we will have enough to be able to purchase one of the other fields. Now, a problem that we're going to have today that it just now came in my mind as I was talking to you about that. You probably heard me pause for a second. We've got to harvest that long grain rice field over there, but where are we going to put it? Our silo is full. Where are we going to put that? Oh boy. I mean, our silo has a little bit of room, right? Because we got the soybeans out of there, but it's only like 2,000. There's going to be more than 2,000 liters off that field. Well, there better be more than 2,000 liters off that field, I should say. All right, that works. That's perfect. Man, there's a lot of weeds in this field. Holy smokes. Why are there so many weeds? I thought we cultivated. Did we not cultivate this field? Oh, no, it's been a couple of days. It may not feel like it for you, but it's been a couple of days for me since I've done a video here, so... I swear we did a field here, though. Or, I mean, a cultivation here. Anyway. I'm actually going to expand this field a little bit. It's not going to be a major expansion, but we're going to expand it a little bit more. Just so it's not kind of an awkward shape here, we're going to kind of draw it back in a little bit here. Now note that I am killing crop here, and that's fine, but we already talked about how we're going to wait, right? Whenever this field over here that's already growing is ready to harvest, we're going to wait until the bigger section of the field is all done. We're not going to harvest it then. We're going to wait it out so we can harvest it all together at the same time. It will be a big harvest when that time comes. It is not a very small field by any means, right? It's a large field. Okay, perfect. Let's go put this away. What I might end up doing is actually starting the worker on doing the harvest, and we probably will do the drilling, because I am very concerned about it re-drilling. Maybe it won't now with the FS25. I really haven't tested it, to be honest with you, but maybe it won't, but I'm a little concerned that it's going to re-drill over the area of the field that we've already, you know, drilled and it's already been germinated. I'm a little concerned with that, so I kind of want to, you know, hopefully get some of it done before then. But we'll see, right? We'll see. Let's see, 72% of seeds. Do we think we need more? I think we can hold off. What do we want to put in here? That's the question. What do we want to put in? Well, we need to put oat, I guess, right? That's what we have over there is oat, so we got to put oat in. I don't know why I'm even thinking or asking what we need to put in there. It's oat. We want it to be the same crop. We don't want to be harvesting two different crops. Alright, so we're pretty much all done there. We just gotta start doing our little connection pass now. And then we can begin on the rest of the field here. So I'm gonna get this set up for going this path here. Alright, we're gonna stop it there for just a second. We're gonna jump into the harvest here. We're gonna get the worker going on harvesting the field. So I think that'd be helpful. There's our pallet of Napa cabbage I talked about earlier, right? So we've already got that going. No, I don't care. I'm not really... I'm impartial. Like, I really don't care. Like, we can turn the greenhouse on auto selling if we want to, but let's at least, you know, have it spawn for a little bit while. For a little while, rather. A little bit while. I'm having a rough time talking today. Gang, I promise you, I am sober. I have not had a single thing to drink, but the way that I'm talking so far, it may seem like that's not the case. I don't know. Anyway. Alright, we'll get the long grain rice. I'm telling you, I can't talk, gang. I can't talk. Let's get that going. Go ahead and turn the worker on. Worker should be good. We'll come back over here, and we'll get started. It can be a bit awkward here at the beginning because it is not a perfectly straight line. It never has been. Even when we tried to fix it, it still was not perfect, right? So, kind of fully expect that we're going to have to probably do a couple, you know, touch-up passes here. Now, I probably could turn on the steering assist here, but, I mean, is it really going to be able to figure it out right now, given the fact that part of it is a... I mean, maybe it will. I don't know. Maybe it will. Given the fact that part of the field is already, you know, germinated and the other part's not. So we just recently eclipsed 1 year since the first time that I released a video on this channel, and man, it's crazy to see the growth that we've had in about a year's time. So if you're a subscriber and you're a part of that, thank you very much. I appreciate each and every single one of you so much. It means the world, man. If you're not a subscriber, what are you doing, man? Hit that subscribe button. Help me out, man. Help me out. It's free to do. Helps you out. You get to see more of my videos when they pop up. It's a win-win for everybody. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to attempt and see what happens if I turn on the steering assist. It did kind of figure it out, I think. Did it? Yeah, I guess it did figure it out. But it's going to do the whole thing, which is what I was saying, right? So we're going to have to do this ourselves. Because it is wanting to do the entire field, and we really don't need it. Well, I guess it doesn't really matter if we run over this with the drill right now. It's not going to harm anything. It's not a direct drill, so it can't re-drill it, right? So I guess it's not really going to harm anything, but it isn't really in the best position because it wants me to go the other way than the way I'm going now, which I guess makes sense when you look at it, right? It is bigger this way than it is this way. So it makes sense to, you know, want to drill that way because it should be faster. So I guess it makes sense, but I don't know. We'll put it on. I'm not even going to worry about, because we're going to have tire tracks everywhere we go, so I'm not even going to worry about the fact that I'm going to leave tire tracks everywhere. I'm not really that concerned in this instance. I don't know what we're going to do with this silo, though, with this extra crop here. Because he's going to be getting full here pretty soon, I would suspect. So I don't know what I'm going to do with that. I'm either going to have to put down another silo, which we don't really have enough to do unless we do, you know, one of the ones that we downloaded. Which they're still, I think, they're going to think they're more than $5 grand. I think. Whoa, I don't know what you're doing. I don't know what it's doing. It is not doing what I thought it was going to do. You know what? Here's what we're going to do. Quick save. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to try something different. I don't normally do it this way, but we're going to try it. We're going to turn the lines on. I don't know where it was going. I don't know what it thought where I thought I wanted it to go, but it was not going the way that I wanted it to. Okay, it's working now. I don't know. I don't know what it got attached to, but it was not the right way, so... Alright, well, let's carry on here, gang. Let's get to work. There's a lot to do here. This is a big field. It's going to take us quite a while, and we're going to have to do some fertilizing, obviously, on this field and that field. And then we got to spray that field. There's a lot to do today. A lot to do today. And we have to figure out something to do with all the crop over there. I don't know what we're going to do. Oh, boy. I really thought that silo was going to be plenty of space for us for pretty much the entirety of the series here, and that is just simply not the case. So I don't know what we're going to do, but we'll figure something out. All right, we're making good progress here. I want to try something. I'm going to try to put a worker on here. Work the headlands off. I just want to see what happens here. I want to see what the worker does. If the worker can figure this out, then I feel a lot better. We can move off to doing other things. As you saw, the harvester was full, so I just went ahead and turned the worker off because we're going to figure something out to do with that. Like I said, with the silo and everything else, right? So, probably just going to have to sell some of it, unfortunately. It sucks, but probably going to have to. So if the worker gets to the end here and turns around, I'll be happy. If they don't... Actually, it looks like they're doing what I want them to do. That's very surprising. Okay, well, it looks like they've... the GPS has really helped and worked in this game versus FS25 for sure. Is that that's something I have not tried yet, where part of the field has already been germinated. It seems to be working fine, so we're gonna just go on the premise that it is working fine. So, we've got 8,000 liters in there right now. Even with getting the soybeans out, that's not going to be enough room to fill 8,000 liters, because maybe there was a slight chance if we could have fit the 8,000 liters in that silo, that potentially the rest of it could have just been stored in the harvester. Probably not really the most ideal either, but there was that chance, I suppose. What are we going to do here? What are we going to do here, gang? Let me do a quick save first. I'm going to look at potentially putting down one of the other silos, I think, but I just don't think we're going to have enough money for it. That's the problem, right? $9,000, $5,000, yeah, $5,000. I mean, we have enough, I guess. But we really don't have anything that we can put down to even make it seem, you know, realistic, right? I mean, the only thing we have is this silo, but we already have that, so it just doesn't really make sense, in my opinion, to go ahead and put this down either. We leave us with no money at all. I mean, we're going to sell the soybeans. That's going to give us some money, but it's not, I mean, it's going to be like 10 grand, right? So, I mean, I guess we could put down one of these. Whoa, no, don't get rid of that. But, I mean, I don't know, gang. I don't know. I think we're just going to have to sell it. I don't love that idea. The price isn't terrible, I guess, is the only bonus here, right? 2,077 is the best, and that's, I mean, that's really not that bad, right? It's really not bad. Soybeans are still going up, so I guess what? I guess what? So this is what we're going to do. We're going to put the soybeans back into the silo. I guess I should have just left them in there to begin with. We're going to unload the harvester into here. We will drop whatever we can into the silo. Actually, it'll be nothing, I think, right? I don't think we can fit anything in there. After we put the soybeans back in, I don't think it'll accept anything. It won't. So I'm going to put everything in the actual, yeah, we'll put everything in the trailer, and we'll see, right? We'll just see what we can get to. At least the worker's doing what we want him to do. Like, that helps out tremendously. Tremendously. Now, this trailer's decent size, right? So it should probably fit most of this field in it. Which, I mean, I guess we could just put the trailer inside the shed. That would protect it, right? I guess that's an option we have. But if we do that now, we're not going to be able to get the soybeans sold. Granted, it's only 2,000 liters of soybeans, but we're not really going to be able to sell those. We got some decisions to make here, gang. Some very tough decisions, too. Ones I don't really know how to choose or pick between. I'm going to go around the edges here. There's a lot on the corners that are missed. They always are, from whenever the worker's doing this, for whatever reason. Just think the GPS doesn't realize that that is still part of the field. Yeah, he's still doing what I want him to do, or she's doing what I want him to do, what I want her to do. So, whoa! I did not say turn the worker on. Whoa! Okay. At least the price for the long grain rice is not terrible, I guess. I mean, I guess we're going to have to sell it, gang. There's really not a whole lot else we can do. I guess we're going to have to sell it. Store it in the shed or sell it? I mean, I guess... I don't know, man. But right now the problem is if we don't sell it, we're not going to be able to get rid of those soybeans, and then the soybeans are going to drop. And really, since we have such little on the soybeans, we really want to sell them now when they're the best to sell, right? I guess we could just sell what's in the actual trailer for now, and everything else that's here in the harvester we can just keep in the harvester, right? It can just be stored in the harvester. The harvester will be in the shed anyway, under cover, protection. Probably not the most realistic thing, keeping it in the harvester, but the game allows you to do it, so... So yeah, why not, right? Why not? Let's do that. Let's do that. We've made up my mind. It was very wishy-washy there for, I don't know how long that was, 3, 4, 5 minutes. But I made my mind up. That's what we're going to do. We're going to sell what's in the trailer, which we probably didn't need to put all of that in the trailer. We could have kept some more in the harvester here, but that's okay. We'll sell what's in the trailer. Then later on today, we can sell the soybeans out of the trailer. And then whatever we get to for the remainder of this field, which isn't much, probably about 34, 35%, we'll keep in the harvester. There'll be 3,000 extra plus liters. Once we get rid of those soybeans, we probably can put a lot of this actually in the silo. What did I say? 34, 35? Man, I was right on the money. It's not very often I'm right on the money, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. It's a very weird thing. Guess the other thing we can do is we can look at, because I always forget, the silage price doesn't fluctuate that much, but we can look at the silage too. It may be good to sell today. If it is, might be able to change our mind a little bit, right? Let's look at that quickly before I keep wasting our time with going back and forth on what I want to do here. Silage, there you are. Silage is the best it's going to be for many months, and it's dropping. It's $3.75 at the biogas plant. I think we're going to be selling the silage today. So that could change our mind too. But in the interim, let's go sell this long grain rice. Where are we going for the long grain rice? We are going to the Harbor Grain Elevator, where we always go, all the way down to the boat. I will see you at the boat. 8,000, so we're going to get about 16 grand out of this. It's not terrible. It's not really the most ideal, I guess, but it's not terrible. I mean, the average best is 2,100, and we're getting 2,080. So, I mean, it's really not that bad. It's not that far off, right? We're 20 bucks off. We can sell it. All right, here we go, gang. About $16,000 coming into our bank account. Should put us around $21,000, $22,000, somewhere around there. $22,077. There was $16,693 out of that. It's really not that bad. I mean, I'll take that most days, right? That's pretty damn good. So let's get back to the yard here. We can put the soybeans back in here, I suppose. The price is probably still going up for the soybeans. It's been going up the entire time. Yep, still going up. So we're going to continue to wait on the soybeans. We'll wait. We'll probably look now to start stacking up the rest of the straw bales, and then we will grab the sprayer, and we'll start spraying the field and fertilizing and all that other good stuff, right? We got to do all that stuff still. So, I will see you at the yard. All right, we're back up here. I'm in the process here of getting these bales inside here. So we just got 3 more to get. Actually, I don't really like where those are, so I'm going to have to change that around a little bit here. Probably just made it more difficult on myself, but that's all right. I wanted to kind of grab them at a higher scale, since these are going to be going on top of another one. Whoop! A little bit too far there, didn't I? Yeah, we just push it back. We'll just gloss over that. There we go. We'll just gloss over that. It's not perfect. Not gonna be. I'm not the best at stacking bales. I've mentioned that to you all many, many times. It's probably one, well, of many. It's one of my worst abilities, or worst skills, rather. Not a really ability, it's just not even a skill. Alright, that will work. How's the worker doing? Still got a ways to go, but doing okay. Let's start getting these silage bales out and put them on here so we can go sell these guys. Okay. This is going to take me a while to do this, gang, but that's alright. We'll get through it. We'll get through it. I promise. We'll get through it. We'll strap these guys down. Just going to grab this one bale here because I feel like that's going to be a little bit better for me to go ahead and grab that one versus the other ones. Instead of trying to get all three at the same time, I feel like that would be just turned out to be a disaster. Okay. That didn't work. Might have got a little bit too high on this one, but well, I think we're going to be able to make it work. Yep, we got it. It's not perfect, but it'll work. Alright, let me get the rest of these on here, gang, and we'll see where we're at. We've got a spray and everything else still, so lots of things still to do, but we want to get these on there because it's time to sell these guys. Make ourselves a little bit of money, huh? Okay, I've been struggling here, gang. I'm not going to lie to you. I don't think putting these bales where I put them was the smartest idea. I might need to spread them out a little bit more because I keep hitting other bales on the way out here, and I cannot seem to get these suckers out of here without dropping them. There you go, prime example. But at least this time we got them. But it's been a bit of a mess. That is a terrible stacking job, so I apologize. Do not yell at me too much about my terrible stacking job. Well, that went well. I thought I strapped that sucker down. Evidently, I did not. So that went about as good as you possibly could expect it to go. That's just how the bale stacking's been going today. I don't know what else to do. We're gonna cheat a little bit. Well, I say cheat, it's not really cheating, but utilize the liftable bales mod there a little bit to try to help assist us. Let's try to see if we can push this guy back on the fork a little more here. Not really. That didn't really work that well, but I think the other bale is just a little bit too far over on the fork, but it is what it is. What are you going to do now, right? Nothing you can do about it now. I don't know if I'm actually going to be able to get these in here or not. Oh, boy. I'm not going to be able to get those in there. Okay. Well, that's a bit of a... What is happening right now? Okay. Let's see if I can get this guy on there now. I should be able to. I told you guys stacking is not my forte, so do not yell at me too much about my stacking job. I know it's not good. I don't think we got that guy, so we better get that guy. Okay. The bales are on there, they're ready to go, so we can take a look and see. I think the silage was dropping, so we probably should go sell them now, but let's just double check that statement. And I need to figure out where I'm going with them. The one's going up, but the one that gives you more money, which is $1 less than what the best average price is is 368. So we're going to go there. We've been here many times before. It's the biogas plant, pretty far away. But we've been here before. The worker's going to be done in a few seconds with the field, which is great. By the time we get back, the worker will be fully finished, and we can begin doing some spraying and some fertilizer spreading on all the fields. And we can probably start the worker doing the cultivation work of our long grain rice field. Since it was harvested today, we can at least get the worker doing that while we do the spraying and fertilizing of this now expanded field. So let's head down to the sell point here, the biogas plant, and I will see you there. All right, we made it up here, gang. This is the same one where we had issues before. If you recall, in the last time I had to kind of huck them all off the trailer there a little bit, but we'll see what happens here. Some pretty good money incoming here. All right, well, we'll just slide the rest of those off. Sweet, we are up to $48,319. That is fantastic. Let's get back to the farm here, gang, and we can start doing the final things we need to accomplish today. All right, we're back already to put the trailer away there, so we're going to go ahead and hook up directly here to the cultivator. I'm going to get the worker going on cultivating the long grain rice field over there. Just kind of kill two birds with one stone, and we're going to jump into the herbicide sprayer. And we're going to spray that field first, and then we're going to put down fertilizer, and we're going to put down lime. Now, I don't know if the lime will really do anything. I don't think it will on the field that already is germinated. I don't even know if that area needed lime. I don't feel like it did. However, the bigger section of it that we just planted does need lime, so we will lime that as well. I talked about that in the last episode. I just want to make sure that that is clear that we are going to be doing lime on this field right here. So let's put this away. We'll grab the herbicide sprayer. Probably don't need any herbicide at this point, I don't think. I think it has like 50 or 60% left in it, I think. Though I've been wrong before. 68%, so yeah, there should be plenty in there for the small amount of field that we're going to be dealing with. It's not a very big field over here, the section that's been germinated. Now, I'm probably not going to turn steering assist on or anything like that, and I'm probably a lot of this, I'll just do a jump cut. So, future Z, make sure you edit this portion out whenever we get to that point. Let's see. Do we need it? We do need to change it. I figured we did. All right, we're underway. I'm zoom out camera a little bit so I can see a little bit better here. Because it's really not that big, so I really don't think it's even worth putting any kind of a time lapse or anything like that in. So when we're done talking, we'll just do a jump cut until we get to the point where we start fertilizing. We're probably going to fertilize first, and then we'll do the lime second. So that's what my thoughts are right now. I probably need to get a little bit closer here to the edge here. I'm kind of a little bit too close, I think. I mean, this is probably going to be four passes, maybe 3. So it's not going to take us long to do this. This is going to be a big field when it's ready to go, though. We're going to have a lot of straw off of this. A lot of straw. Boatloads of straw, if you will. I know every episode we look and I always, forget. But I've just got a lot going on, so I don't really remember very well. But as far as straw goes, what are we looking at? December. It's not terrible. 110 right now is really not that bad, but we want to try to get the most money we can out of it because right now we're trying to save up for that field, right? We want to at least get one of those fields. Once we get one of those fields, we can begin our process, as I've mentioned before, of working on the temple. We could just go directly into just buying everything and starting the temple now, but I still would prefer to at least utilize some of our own resources to fuel the temple. It's certainly not going to be all of it, and I would say a good chunk, if not 90+% of it, probably more, is going to be all stuff that we purchase for the temple versus our own resources. But still want to feel like some of our resources had a role in building the temple. Now, granted, you could argue, well, Z, you're doing all this work, right? And so you're making money off of selling all this stuff. That technically is the blood, sweat, and tears from doing stuff around here. And you're right, it is. But you know what I mean. I want to get something directly like the trees off of our land, right? And actually have that be part of the temple. Okay, so the steering assist clearly cannot factor in that it's lime, and lime does not spread as far as fertilizer does. So I don't know if you noticed that. I'm sure you did. That pass up there that I just did, for whatever reason, if you turn on steering assist, it's going to go down the normal path of fertilizer, and the lime won't reach that far. So basically, you're just missing stuff. So this is all going to have to be done by hand. I did go ahead and fill this entire thing full of lime. I don't know how much of it I will actually get through here. We're almost at 60% left in here, so I would say we'll probably have about 40% or so. So I probably didn't need to buy all that I bought, but I did it anyway. It's expensive. A number of you I know have mentioned that you don't believe that buying silo is any cheaper, and I think you're correct. I think it was my mistake when I read it. I thought it was, 10% off the purchase price in the market, but I think it's the 10% off the purchase price if you were to go sell lime. So if you made lime and you were to go sell it at a selling point, whatever that price point is, it's 10% off of that. I think is how it's really built out. Now there is one that I think it gives you like 60% off. That's probably more realistic to what you would get in the shop. So yeah, it may be something where maybe we shouldn't be utilizing that buy and sell as much as we do, but yeah. We'll see. Looks like the worker has finished up with their task over there as well, so that's good. The field should be ready to go and ready to drilled in the next episode. we're nearly done with this. This is the last thing we have to do today besides going and selling our soybeans, which I said we were going to do at the very end of the episode, and that's pretty much now. One thing we are going to do here is check the price of it, because if it is dropping now, I might just take a quick break on doing the lime here and go and sell that. So let's go see what the price of it looks like to be. Soybeans, they are still going up, so we're going to continue on here. We'll get the rest of the lime done. May only be another $1 per 1,000 liters of you know, extra money, but it's $1. $1 better than no dollars, right? So we'll take that extra money. I wonder if they're going to make an update, or if they even realize that this is a problem. If you're using steering assist and you have lime being spread or being put down, the steering assist doesn't really do the job it's supposed to. Because in the end, you're going to waste more lime that way because you're not getting all the pass, and you're going to leave small amounts. We have to go over there and touch up. And there's no real easy way to... There's no easy way to shrink the lime spreading, right? So, I don't know. Now, I did just drop the pallets of fertilizer kind of in the middle of the grass. We are going to have to move those. We'll probably move them in the next episode, more than likely. We're going to have to move those for when we decide to mow that grass, right? But so we have 35% left in here. There's 5,000 liters of lime. That's not too bad. So we'll go ahead and put this away, and we'll mark the location of where we're going to sell the soybeans. It's probably the boat. It's normally where it always is. 5567. That's actually the train. 5564 is the grain elevator. It's $3 difference. We'll just go to the grain elevator. The grain elevator is easier because you have to rent the train too, right? So there's an expense with renting the train. So we might as well go to the boat. Alright, so that's good. Let's go ahead and get this put away. See how are our goats doing. They should be fine, but let's just double check, make sure they're okay. 3,000 food, 1,308 liters of water. Yeah, they're good. Probably fill up their water in the next episode. Probably the greenhouse as well. I suspect the greenhouse is going to need some more water in the next episode. I did do some of that off camera. So that it does have plenty of water, at least for right now, but it would probably be good to fill it up or at least put it to max in the next episode. Now, Napa cabbage is best to sell in the time when it's normally best to sell most crops, so it's in the December, January months. So we'll keep an eye on that and sell it at that point as well. So hoping for when the time comes at the end of the year, we're going to have a nice big payday, and hopefully at that point we'll really be able to start working on the temple at that point, right? Need to start working on paying off the loan as well soon enough, but ideally we get one of those fields before we do it, because we still have to buy 2 fields, and we don't have a single one of those purchased yet, so. Alright, we're pulling up here. I decided to jump into the cockpit here and do a little first-person driving. We haven't done that in a while, and I need to start doing this a little bit more often than I do. So I drove the whole way here in that. Alright, let's unload this. This is going to be good, man. This is just bonus money, right? This is the extra amount of soybeans we got from that contract, so I'm glad we were able to hold on to it and save it for a little bit longer. Look at that. $11,891 out of 2,000 liters of soybeans because we held on to it for like 3 or 4 months, whatever it was. We would have only got like 3,000 or 4,000 out of it, so that's fantastic, man. Love it. So, gang, we're going to leave the episode at this point. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, I'd appreciate it if you smashed the like button. Hit the subscribe button if you're new. It's free. Helps me out an absolute ton. Lots of different things going on the channel. Lots of new stuff coming down the line soon as well. Thank you so much for 1 year and for over 3,000 subscribers in 1 year. It's unbelievable. I cannot appreciate and thank each and every one of you enough. Until next time, I'll see you all in the next episode.